Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Darin Nakakihara, and I am a 4th grade teacher in Southern California. Today I'm going to be participating in a collaboration video put together by Latanya over at Smartie Style and Megan from Too Cool for Middle School. The title of this collaboration is called The Cost of Being a Teacher in Southern California. There's 14 questions, so let's dive right in. Number 1. What state do you teach in? Well, I teach in California, the southern part of California. Number 2, how many members are in your immediate family? I have my wife, Mrs. N, Denise, and I have 3 beautiful, beautiful daughters, Madison, Brooklyn, and Kendall. So there's 5 of us. Can we count Ollie? Because I gotta buy food for him too. So that's 6. Are you a single or double income household? Well, we live in the south part of Orange County, super close to the beach. And let me tell you, there's no possible way you could ever live here on a single income. There's no way. So we are a double income family. And even then, I don't know how we do it. But we love this place. I love living here. I've lived in Orange County my whole life, and I just couldn't imagine living anywhere else. We love it. We make do. We find a way. So, double income family. All right. Number 4. Do you own or do you rent? All right. The Lord has blessed me. We own this little piece of heaven here. And actually, the whole time that Mrs. Ann and I have been together, we bought a condo immediately upon getting married, and have upgraded into this fabulous place. So we live in a single family residence in South Orange County, and trust me, we don't take that for granted. We are seriously grateful for every moment we get to spend in this place. Okay. What is your highest level of education? As you may or may not know, I just finished my master's degree last summer, and I have a master's of education in educational technology, and that is my highest level I ever hope to achieve. I'm never going back to school again. That's it. And I'll talk to you about that in a second, okay? Does your education level affect your pay? Yeah, okay, so here you go. I'm assuming that it works this way in most places. I know it does in Orange County. So the more that you educate yourself, that's how you get raises, by gaining more credits, getting more degrees. That's how we get raises here. So I'm maxed out on my credits and my stipend, and so there's really no point other than if I really wanted more degrees, I could go back, I suppose, but that's, or if I wanted to transition into the admin side. But I have no desire to do that, so I'm good where I'm at. That's as high as I'm going, guys. Let's see. Number 6. How much did it cost for you to attain your degrees? There's lots of options, right? But really for me, it was purely financially driven. So in order for me to get to the last column of pay, and I'll explain that, I think there's another question here. As you gain more credits, you move across the columns, and then as you gain years of experience, you move down in steps. So in order for me to get to the last column, which is 75 credits past my bachelor's degree, the easiest way for me to do it was just to get my master's degree. So I got my master's degree, it bumped me to the last column, and now I'm maxed out. So there you go. Did I answer that question? Oh, how much did it cost? Okay, so then at that point, you're looking at different places to get your master's degree. And I did my undergrad at Cal State Fullerton. I did my credential through Cal State Fullerton. And I could have gone back there for my master's degree, but I'm still paying those loans off. And I found a better option. So I went to an online school called the American College of Education, and it only cost me $8,000. So I got my master's degree for $8,000, still paying off my undergrad and my credential. I don't see an end in sight. Actually, I do. I kind of looked that up recently. And there's still a few years off, but eventually, slowly but surely, it's going to happen. That'll be a great day, won't it? How is your salary structured? Okay, so when you get hired as a teacher, you're certificated, right? You get your certificate. And in my school district, you start at bachelor's degree plus credential, all right? So that's your first column that you're in. And then after you gain, I think it's 15 credits or something like that. Is it 15? I don't know. You start there, and then you go and you go back to school, you get more credits. And that's how you move across the columns in order to get raises. So what happens is when you move from the bachelor's plus credential column to the next one, no matter what year you're in, you'll get a bump in pay. So I think there's 4 columns. I moved on to my last column. So that's how you do it. And then when you get graduate degrees, like your master's degree or your doctorate, then you get a stipend on top of that. So again, it really wasn't worth it for me to go back to Fullerton or to another graduate program, because it would have taken me so much longer to pay this thing off. The way that it is now, I'll be able to pay it off in just a few years. So I don't know if and you got to make sure that your district approves of the program that you're going through, but this program, lots of teachers in my district have gone through there. So ace, baby, under $8,000, done. Okay, so yeah, and then no matter what column you're in, as you get more experience every year, you move down a step. So I'm in my, all this is public too, you can just look it up. I'm in the 7th year of the last column, and that's what I'm making right now. It's really kind of weird because I had a whole career before I went into teaching, and it just was not structured like that. It was all done by merit. So if you sold a lot of houses, you made a lot of money, but it doesn't really matter in education. You just, you go back to school, you do what you can. That's how you get raises. Or you move into other jobs, I guess. I don't know. I personally, I can talk to you about this. Let me go through the rest of these questions and then we'll talk. We'll talk about this, all right? Number 8. Where are you on your district salary? Okay, so I just answered that. I'm on the 7th step of the last column. There you go. Plus I have my master's stipend. Yay. Number 9, do you supplement your income in any way? Are you kidding? Okay, so even though Mrs. N makes a lot of money and then I put my share in, it's still not enough, because I get a raise every year, she gets a raise every year, and we just spend more money because we're humans, right? If I could just stay at the level I'm at right now, spending wise, and not add to it, next year I'm gonna have extra money, but it never works out like that. Never works out like that. I don't know why. It's just human nature, I think. You get more, you spend more, especially here. So how have I supplemented my income? I was a wedding photographer, and I was a freelance photographer. I would shoot all kinds of stuff for many, 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 many years. I did that from when I was in high school all the way now. So that's 30 years I was doing that. I also DJ'd. I started out doing just parties, and then I did weddings, and then I did clubs and undergrounds, and I did that for a long, long, long time. And most recently, just to get a few extra bucks to spend because I love to spend money, I drove for Uber. Wouldn't that be funny if I showed up at your doorstep? And it happened a couple of times. Strangely enough, like you would think that you would pick up more people that you know, but it only happened like 2 or 3 times. Number 10. How much money does your district give you for supplies at the beginning of the school year? Did they provide basic supplies throughout the school year? Okay, so my district is probably one of the most sought after districts in Orange County because it is a district that's growing. We're opening a school like every year for the next 4 or 5 years, and 3 years prior to this. So new school. Everybody wants to work here because it's growing. And over the last few years, nobody's been hiring except for us. So we've been getting really great teachers because of that. It's not that we pay the best though, because there are other districts around here that pay better and probably offer better benefits like this. But we do a great job. Like if you talk to the teachers in my school district, for the most part, I would say we are all super happy and feel very grateful to work in such a great district because we get along really well. Our union and the school district get along really well, and we just like it. Irvine's a good place, guys. I like it. I have nothing bad to say about my district. Love it. Okay. Do they pay for supplies? Yes, they provide basic supplies like pencils and paper, but every teacher also asks for donations. That's for sure. And the school district, I don't know if they give every teacher, but I don't know. This last year, I'm pretty sure I had like $500 from the district, and then maybe a couple hundred more bucks from the PTA. It's different from school to school because different PTAs have bigger budgets than other ones. This is a brand new school. We just completed our 2nd year, and I'm not sure how much money we have. 11. Do you have any additional deductions taken away from your paycheck? Well, we have retirement. We're in CalSTRS here in California, and that comes out. And then I have union dues for my union. Let's see here. Number 12. Do you feel your current salary is enough for you to make ends meet and live comfortably? Well, I would say yes, but my credit cards would say no. I don't know. Like I like the finer things in life. I like to go out to eat, and I like to live comfortably. But man, I like to spend money. You know what I mean? I don't know if I've ever had a job where I made enough money to cover the way that I like to live. I need to I'm trying. Okay. Could it be enough? Absolutely. Should it be enough? Totally. But I love to travel. I love to buy things. So the money that I make as a teacher is plenty. And let me give you a different perspective, okay? So I used to be in real estate, and I used to be in sales. And when you work like a regular job, you're lucky if you get 2, 3, 4 weeks of vacation, all right? So teachers, we get 12 weeks off. 74 days in the summer I'm getting off. This is ridiculous and so appreciated. Let me tell you, I do not take that for granted, and I am so grateful for the time off. It really does a lot to just recharge you as a human and make you feel regular. I work my butt off during the school year, but it's really no different than how I was working in my previous careers. I worked extremely hard in all of those jobs as well. So it's not that I'm working harder during these 180 days of school, because I worked just as hard doing what I was doing before. But those days off, man, they're so worth it. if I didn't have those days and I was making money, if that affected my annual salary, I would give that back for this time off. Like, I love this time off. It really, really does a lot for me right here, my soul. So, different perspective for you. When teachers talk about not making a lot of money compared to, like, just remember those days off that we get. Gosh, they're so beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, summers. I love you, summers. I love you, Christmas vacation. I love you, spring break. It's a good thing, guys. It's a good thing. So, perspective, right? Keep it all in perspective. When all things are considered, I make pretty good money, really. Like, it's more than enough. It's more than enough. I just like to spend. So, if I was a little more disciplined, life would be good right now. Let me just tell you. Did I answer that one? Yes. So, between the two incomes, it really affords me the lifestyle that I love. And I love to live where I live. I love it. Okay. Are there any financial goals that you are still working towards? Goals? Yes, I would like to be debt-free, but I'm not. I have debt. Yes. That is my financial goal. And I feel like I'm on the right track and I'm heading in the right direction. I don't want to owe anybody any money. I just want to live my life, man. That's it. So, that is my financial goal. Just to pay down some debt. Come on, Mr. N. Get it together. What is your biggest piece of advice for anyone who is considering teaching? Listen, you're not going to get rich teaching financially, but man, let me tell you a story, okay? So the last job that I was in before I became a teacher, I was in real estate, and the market crashed in 2008, and it crashed hard. We went from one day calling up these banks to do loans to the next day them not answering the phone. It was the craziest thing overnight, right? And I had a lot of people that I loved and trusted that took money from me. And really, you guys, it took a lot of my soul away. I really was down on life at that point. And I had always wanted to be a teacher, even coming right out of high school. That was my first major in college. And I went back to my roots because I needed something that would feed my soul and build me back up again. And teaching has done that for me. And even though every job has its politics and it has its ups and downs, but there's nothing more rewarding than teaching children. Nothing. There is nothing that's going to feed your soul like this. So if you are considering going into teaching, I say, don't look back. Just go get it done. Because this is the greatest profession in the world. And I wouldn't trade anything that I'm doing right now for any other job, no matter how much money they offered me. I love it. I love teaching little kids. I love being a part of a community like this. And I love just getting summers off. No, for real, guys. Go do it. If you are considering teaching, do it for the right reasons, because you want to make the world a better place. Do it for the right reasons. And if you're there, if you feel that, then go do it. Teaching is the best profession in the world. All right. Thank you, LaTanya and Megan, for putting this thing together. I hope that I've shed some light on the teaching profession and really what it costs to be a teacher. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today and listening to my answers here. If you have any questions, just add them to the comments below or send me a message. And if you are not a subscriber, please consider hitting that like and subscribe below. And don't forget to hit that bell so that you get notifications if I ever upload a new video. All right? All right, guys, hope you're having a great summer. I will talk to you soon. So long.